We have made it to the semifinals, ladies and gentlemen. Our first game tonight is between the 4 seed Red Rose Thunder and the 7th seed Chester. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Ben Hoyt here with Zay Ellis for your first game of the semifinals. And this is a matchup that's happened before. Red Rose Thunder on the second day of the tournament beat Chester 80-61, but this is a changed Chester team.
Yeah, definitely. We've seen Tuesday and Monday just how good Chester really is. They're a really strong team. They have really nice chemistry, and they've clawed their way all the way here to the semifinals just to play Red Rose Thunder. So you're going to see a lot of high-octane basketball from these guys, and they really like to run, so we are in for a good treat.
Before we send it over to Xavier Johnson, let's take a look at the updated bracket to see what path both teams have taken. First, Chester beat Brotherly Love in the first round and then beat Lewis Leonard on a game-winning three-pointer. That was a big win for them. Lewis Leonard was projected to go to the finals before we started this playoff, so one of the bigger upsets we've seen in the playoffs. And then we take a look at Red Rose Thunder, took care of Team Original, and then dominated Rec 6 in the quarterfinals. Red Rose Thunder is definitely a team you do not want to mess around with. They play year-round, and they definitely want that TBT prize.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Red Rose Thunder, like you said, they play all year round. They have a really good chemistry, and the addition of having point guard Maurice Watson Jr. to the team has really exploded for them, and great ball movement and produced really good outcome for them.
We're almost set for tip-off, so before we get started with that, let's send it over to our sideline reporter, Xavier Johnson. Xavier, take it away.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Xavier Johnson, reporting here at SFBN. And up next, we have Game 1 of the semifinals between 4-seed Red Rose Thunder and 7-seed Chester. Tuesday, Chester was able to pull off a close victory against Lewis Leonard, 67-65. And Red Rose Thunder was able to get their win against Rec 6, 82-72. Now, both teams had played each other one time before during the regular season in a very one-sided Red Rose Thunder win. Can Red Rose Thunder complete the sweep, or will Chester find a way to be able to punch a ticket into tomorrow's finals? Game 1 of the Brotherly Love semifinals starts right now.
You're absolutely right. Thank you, Xavier. Game 1 of the semifinals starts right now. We got Dom Morris in the center for Red Rose Thunder. He'll be matching up against Richard Granberry, the 6'8" forward from Chester, for tonight's tip.
Oh, they switched. It looks like Quentin Davis is jumping ball now.
Yep, you're absolutely right. It'll look like Davis. He's 6'7", so not that much shorter than Granberry. He'll be going for the tip.
Seems like he'll jump higher, too, so.
But any final thoughts, Zay, before we get started?
Like you mentioned before, Chester's team that lost to them in the beginning of this season is not the same. They've added new additions to their squad. They're down without Stanley Davis Jr. tonight, one of their better players scoring-wise, so we should definitely see new people stepping up. We've seen Akeem Taylor on Tuesday win for them with the game-winning three-point shot. So it just goes to show that anybody on this roster can be a hero and step for the Chester team.
All right, so pregame festivities are over. Semifinal basketball from Benjamin Franklin High School starts right now. Tip is underway, and Chester wins it right to Keon Taylor. Back to Taylor on the wing. He beats a defender toward the free throw line. He gets it back to Granberry. Back to the same wing, Granberry showing off the handles. Two-point jumper, that falls for Granberry. First 2 points of the game go to Chester.
And Richard Granberry was doing that last game against Lewis Leonard against Ray Somerville. So we're going to see him take it off the dribble a lot in the mid-range area.
Maurice Watson to Morris for three, and the Boston University Terrier alumni hits a big three for Red Rose Thunder. Actually, pardon me, that's going to be a 2.
Yeah,
no, it's a 3. So it is 3-2 Red Rose Thunder.
Yeah, the pick and pop game between Watson and Morris is definitely going to be a factor in trying to win this ball game.
Here's Kai Howard driving down the baseline, spins out of the rim. Follow-up is good by Quentin Davis.
And last Tuesday, we seen Quentin Davis put away Rec 6 off that same type of attempt down in the post after offensive rebound.
Here's Sharkey. Moves to his left. Great defense from Kai Howard. He has to pass it away. They drive the baseline, they go up, Acrobatic finish there by Keon Taylor.
He's so much effective when he's driving into the lane and being aggressive for this Chester team.
Watson drives down the lane, lays it off the glass, and that's an easy bucket there for Red Rose Thunder. And a 7-4 ball game. And Chester, just like that, respond. So we now go to 7-6.
And Chester with a nice throw-ahead pass from Sharkey to Hakeem Taylor.
Martin passes to Morris. Kicks back out and goes out of play, so it'll go right back to Chester.
It was a great move. It was a great find from Malik Martin. Just relocated. Should have just stayed put. It would have probably been an easier shot for them to get in.
Sharkey. He passes to Hakeem Taylor. Down the lane and nowhere close to the basket. Here comes a fast break for Red Rose Thunder. Watson with a burst of speed. Jumper. And that is perfect from Quentin Davis.
Yeah,
He's got 4 on the night.
Quentin Davis putting up points early. That's a good sign for him. And Maurice Watson just being a great facilitator for his team early.
Sharkey off balance there is a great shot by him. They respond 9-8, 7:28 left to go. Back and forth this game goes.
Yeah,
this tempo is really quick early on.
Oh yeah, Chester and Red Rose Thunder, like we mentioned, both teams have such chemistry with each other. So it's gonna be a lot of passes to each other for sure.
They get a pick set. Looking for the pick and roll. He has it stripped. 2-on-2 to the basket. He regained control and he has to bring it back out. He takes a 3 and a little bit long. Watson, long pass there to a teammate. That's Kai Howard. Back to Watson. 3 defenders are drawn to him. And Quentin Davis cleans that right up.
And that's 2 offensive rebounds for Quentin Davis early in this first quarter, making his presence felt in there. Chester players need to realize they have to box out, something they've really struggled with late in this season.
Quick shot, no good. Offensive rebound for Chester. Sharkey pump fakes. Goes to Keon Taylor. Back inside through traffic, it's swatted away. They regain possession. And it looks like it's gonna be a shot clock violation.
Chester doing a really good job at keeping the ball movement alive. And they actually did get an offensive rebound, just didn't hit the rim.
So it looks like we're going to be discussing of what just previously happened on the floor. Everyone has their say on it.
Yeah, for sure. Everyone has to get their different opinions in. As looking at the crowd.
Wow, they just reset the shot clock. 14 seconds there. So Chester gets the ball back after Red Rose Thunder thought it was a shot clock violation. Can they take advantage of this? Sharkey trapped in the corner. He steps back. He takes the shot. He makes it.
And he drops the shot clock down with him with the step back 3.
So it's 11-10, 5:50 left to go. Morris using his size and his strength to make the spin move. Gets it off the glass, and 2 more points for Red Rose Thunder. Their lead is up to 3.
Yeah, Dominic Morris is using his size against Richard Granberry.
Regained by Sharkey behind the back pass to Granberry, who spins, shoots it off the glass a little bit too strong. So Kai Howard will slow down the tempo, bring it up. Inside to a wide open Morris, couldn't control it, and he is very unhappy with himself.
Yeah, he tried to get into him. Unfortunately, the pass to Morris, he just couldn't handle the Corrado pass inside to keep it.
Here's Raleigh Hollis Jefferson. Takes it inside, he goes up, and 2 free throws are on the way for this Chester squad.
And look at this replay here. He's just going to go right against Quentin Davis, not the best perimeter defender. He's just going to get the 2 points. You see he just grabs his shoulder there, try to make sure he doesn't get the ball into the hoop.
Lear Hollis Jefferson missed the first. He is the brother of Chester legend Rondé Hollis Jefferson. Of course, Rondé had a very long and pretty good career in the NBA himself.
NBA champion 2019, Toronto Raptors.
Maurice Watson. Euro step off the glass, and that was fancy there from Maurice Watson Jr.
Oh, yeah. He's usually a facilitator, but he can definitely get it done when he sees the seam.
Go inside to Granberry. Two defenders drawn to him. He has to pass it back out to Keon Taylor. Spins, shakes off a defender, a little bit long.
But another offensive rebound from Chester.
In the corner, shot by Akeem Taylor. And it's now back to a 2-point game, 15-13, 3 minutes on the clock.
And unsung heroes for both teams really getting it done early here. Akeem Taylor and Quentin Davis are really getting involved offensively, and that is going to be really good for both teams.
Couldn't get it through the bodies. It's intercepted. And off the glass through contact. Great basket from Akeem Taylor.
Yeah, Akeem Taylor, as I mentioned, one of the unsung heroes for this team. One of the reasons they're in here in this semifinal game now, hitting the game-winning shot on Tuesday.
And who else to respond but Quentin Davis, who's been the star of the show for Red Rose Thunder early on. Hollis Jefferson, off balance, off the rim and in.
And once again, using that perimeter defense weakness that Quentin Davis has.
We go to Kai Howard. Jumper along the baseline, doesn't fall. Hollis Jefferson to rebound. Here comes Sharkey down the lane. He steps on the line, and it goes out of bounds right back to Red Rose Thunder. So with 2 minutes to go in this first quarter, it's been like a lot of the games in this Pro-Am this year. Very tight, could go either way throughout the rest of this contest.
Yeah, once I seen these two teams matched up, I knew it was going to be a really good game. Now, did I know Akeem Taylor and Quentin Davis were going to get this pivotal? I was unsure of.
Well, speaking of Quentin Davis, there he is in the post. Steps back and hits that way short. So Hollis Jefferson rebounds. Euro step. Up a little floater there, no good. Malik Martin, coast to coast, up with the left, and it's 19-17 with 1:16 on the clock.
And Malik Martin just calling his own number and driving straight into the Chester defense. Now they're not that great in transition.
Sharkey looked like he got intimidated with the bigger body of Malik Martin. So we go inside to Malik Martin, who powers through the contact and lays off the glass with the left hand.
Just great awareness by Kai Howard with the pass and a great strong finish by Malik Martin. This is a 4-point game, trying to come away with it here, and this before the first quarter ends.
The Red Rose Thunder bench rallying their teammates. They take a three. Would have been a great response there from Sharkey, but it doesn't drop. Martin can take advantage of this. He kicks to the corner. Back inside to Morris, again through traffic, intercepted. They go up, and that again is Richard Granberry.
And we're going to see Red Rose Thunder hold for one last shot before this quarter ends.
21-19, 10 seconds on the clock. We're now down to 8. Maurice Watson's got to do something. Shot, Morris, rebounded by Hollis Jefferson. He has to chuck a prayer at the buzzer, and that's the end of the first. 21-19, a close one here from North Broad Street. Again, this contest is sponsored by Tropical Smoothie Cafe. We'll be right back on SFBN. Welcome back. Start of the second quarter. 21-19, Red Rose Thunder. The favorites lead over Chester. In a 4 versus 7 matchup. Again, this contest is sponsored by Tropical Smoothie Cafe here on SFBN. All the games tonight are sponsored by Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Ben Hoy here with Zay Ellis. And Zay, what a back and forth first quarter we had.
Yeah, both teams, as I mentioned before the broadcast even started, their high-paced, fast offense is really going to show on display here, especially Red Rose Thunder. As you see, they have this lead, and they've been really taking advantage of Chester down low. They only have Richard Granberry down there. Hollis Jefferson is a really good defender for sure, but Dominic Morris and Quentin Davis have really been doing a great job at willing their way to the basket.
The prize for these two teams, 2 more games to go, and they could be in the TBT tournament in 2024. That's what the champion of this league's prize is this year, as Howard takes a 3. A little bit long, hits the backboard. Here's Josh Sharkey. Back inside. They're looking for a charge. They won't get it. And Red Rose Thunder gains the defensive rebound. Maurice Watson Jr. is wasting no time, but he turns it over. That turns into a 2-on-2 situation. Sharkey slows down play. 2 up, 2 no good. He's pulled in by Quentin Davis.
Yeah, both teams just going back and forth. No scoring yet so far.
Davis, shot, that's good.
Well, Quentin Davis is having himself a game here. Last game he came off the bench, but as you notice, Chris Bing for Red Rose Thunder is actually not here today on the bench, so Quentin Davis got the nod to start.
Hollis Jefferson looked for a 2 of his own, couldn't get to drop. So we're back to Maurice Watson Jr. How about another 3? Bang! That's Malik Martin. And Chester is going to talk things over. So we'll take a look at the replay here before we go to timeout. But, man, what a 3 there for Red Rose Thunder.
Yeah, it's one of the beneficial things for Red Rose Thunder is playing with a consistent roster all season long. As you see, Malik Martin, a really strong 3-point shooter for his team. And Maurice Watson did a great job at just finding his teammate to get the shot to go in.
All right, we're going to take a timeout here on air. We'll be right back after the timeout. Back out of a quick break here. Didn't last very long at a timeout. So 26-19. We got 8:33 on the clock. Keem Taylor. They back off of him. That may be a mistake as he moves into the lane. And they're lucky he didn't make him pay there as he missed it off the glass. Mad scramble for the ball. Chester wins it. Red Rose Thunder wants a walk. They won't get it. And Chester will reset their offense. They go to Hollis Jefferson in the post. And that's a great move by Relier Hollis Jefferson.
Yeah, just using his size against a tall Malik Martin, just not strong enough.
Watson out of Creighton University in the Big East. To Howard, they double him. And force the pass to go back court. So that's another turnover for Red Rose Thunder.
And Maurice Watson is saying it got tipped off the Chester's defender, but they're gonna disagree.
That's one thing early I've seen as a cause for concern for Red Rose Thunder. Errant passes and passing through traffic when something's not there.
Yeah, it's Chester defenders are have active hands. No matter where they are in transition, they always find a way to get their hands on the ball.
Relier Hollis Jefferson tries to tip it in. 3rd time's the charm. It looks like it's going to be a turnover on Chester.
And Kai Howard is holding his face here.
I think he got whacked. And he's not happy that he didn't get a foul call there.
Yeah.
As you may have read his lips at home. We're not going to repeat it on here.
Yeah, Chester, one thing about them is they will play really aggressive on both ends of the floor.
Maurice Watson, 3, a little bit long, pulled in by Malik Martin. He has that swatted, but it looks like the defender came down onto him. So, 2 free throws for Martin.
Yeah, as you see, the Maurice Watson 3 ball goes up, and Malik Martin, unboxed here, just goes right up for it and puts it back in. One of the simplest basketball plays you can do. And he's going to get rewarded with some free throws.
Malik Martin will take 2 free throws here for Red Rose Thunder. Malik Martin is an alumni of the Drexel University basketball program out of the Colonial Athletic Association. Very solid player for the Dragons throughout his entire career. Second one up, misses both.
And if you're Red Rose Thunder, that's something you don't want to do, is give Chester chances. They have won games from behind. They did it Tuesday against the number 2 seed Lewis Leonard.
They pass it back. Relier Hollis Jefferson knew right away that wasn't going in. Tried to follow up with his own rebound. Chester does get the offensive rebound, but can't capitalize.
And look at Chester defenders just everywhere.
Gritty defense by Chester. Again, another offensive rebound.
And that's going to go the other way.
But man, you just saw there for like 30 seconds, Chester was dominating on the boards. They're not letting that ball go to the other side of the court.
Yeah, Chester being relentless, and then Red Rose Thunder just holding their composure and making sure they don't get a stop here. Both teams are just really going at it.
Morris finds a teammate, that's Martin. Top of the arc, shot. Not that time.
And Jefferson in transition.
3 ball, no good. This time, a fast break for Red Rose Thunder. Bounce pass to Martin, and that's swatted away. Great block there from Chester.
Jazier Noel just skying for the block. After the missed 3-point shot, you see Maurice Watson is going to take it here, gives a nice bounce pass to Malik Martin, and Jazier just comes out of nowhere for the block.
Inside, 3 defenders go on to Howard. So Martin drives the baseline, and here comes Chester, and they'll throw it down as there's no one between them and the basket off the fast break.
Yeah, Josh Sharkey just doing a great job at giving it off to Jazier, yet again rewarding him for the block.
Morris in the post, showing off his athleticism. Kai Howard drives right side of the lane, follows up with his own rebound, and he's hit in the face, so 2 shots at the line.
Yeah, right now Kai Howard responding to the Chester defense down low. You see they have 2 guys in there just bottlenecking the lane. He's going to test the waters himself down there, and he's just relentless on the offensive glass, and he's going to be rewarded with some free throws. If you're a Red Rose Thunder, you want Quentin Davis to come back into this game to get some more offensive and defensive chances off the glass.
And Davis is going to be subbing in right now. So, Red Rose Thunder fans, your prayers have been answered. Kai Howard misses his first. Kai Howard's out of NJIT, another Division I program. A lot of talent on this Red Rose Thunder. We've seen guys from Creighton, New Mexico State, NJIT, Drexel, a lot of Division I programs.
And the talent is just all over the place on both sides of the court. Oh, great hands by Kai Howard.
Howard gets the turnover. Lob intercepted by Hollis Jefferson. He saw it coming from a mile away. Follow-up 3. Off the front rim and out. So here comes Maurice Watson off the cherry pick. And he'll get the bucket for Red Rose Thunder, 29-23.
It's a great pass by Malik Martin, just keeping it simple. And Maurice Watson just ahead of the pack, lay it in for 2, real simple.
Granbury, guarded by Morris. Step back, jumper, gets that to fall near the baseline.
Something Chester is failing to do is just giving him the ball a lot more. Really slow game for Richard Granbury here in the second quarter.
Fast-moving game. We're already 1:46 left on the clock in the second quarter. They go up, and more free throws from the charity stripe. I will have to say, Red Rose Thunder has not capitalized on free throws like they wanted to at the beginning of this game.
No, they haven't, but it's always good to get there. Whether you're knocking them down or not, remember, you're just boosting a lot of fouls on the other end for Chester.
So at the line is Martin. He gets the first. Makes it a 5-point game here.
And as you can see, Akeem Taylor is back into this ball game. They're one of their better defenders. Try to slow them down.
One more from Malik Martin. This is the second one from the charity stripe, so now we have less than a minute on the clock. Here comes Chester, wasting no time, hustling to get the bucket, no good. Second opportunity, rattles around the rim and out. And that's a foul there on Akeem Taylor. He tripped Maurice Watson, easy call.
Yeah, Maurice Watson just trying to evade the defender there on a fast break. Akeem Taylor, really aggressive defender, kind of upset after the missed layup and no foul call, and just trying to be aggressive on the other end.
So the clock is still going. You got 23 seconds on the clock. 2 shots at the stripe.
And the refs want to stop the clock here as they're at the free throw line.
I think they want to clean up the sweat.
Ah.
So the clock is going to keep going. They just want the broom down there. Maurice Watson, first one, perfect. And that'll be halftime after the second free throw. So it'll only be Maurice Watson at the line for one more, and we'll go to the half. Xavier Johnson will have our sideline interview in a minute. Second one's good. So, your score, Red Rose Thunder 32, Chester 25. They pulled away late in this second quarter. They definitely got their act together.
Yeah, for sure. Before the second quarter even started, that first half, it felt like they were going back and forth. But one thing that Red Rose Thunder has that Chester doesn't is, one, more chemistry, and two, all of their players that they started with. Remember, Stanley Johnson Jr. is injured, so it's definitely going to come into effect. As we see it here, it's relying on who else is going to step up and take that charge. He did a lot of one-on-one isolation basketball, and it's really coming to effect here for Chester.
All right, so it looks like our silent reporter, Xavier Johnson, is with Malik Martin. Take it away, Xavier.
All right, welcome back, basketball fans. I'm Xavier Johnson with SFBN, and we're here with Red Rose Thunder star Malik. Now, how do you so far feel that your team is doing in this first half?
We're competing, and that's what we came here to do, so continue to make the next play.
All right, now, next question. How does it feel to be one game away from the finals?
It's a great position to be in. Just it's not done, though, so keep working.
Now, you guys are up by 7. How do you feel that Chester is doing to keep this game so close to you guys, and what do you feel like you're going to do to fix that?
Chester's a city with a lot of fight, so they're not going to give up the entire game, so we just got to continue to try to put pressure on them so they make difficult plays, whether that's passing or shooting, and then also we got to box out and secure the board.
All right, thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
All right, you guys next.
Thank you so much, Xavier. That was Xavier Johnson, our sideline reporter, with Malik Martin. Again, this game is sponsored by Tropical Smoothie Cafe here on SFBN. We'll take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Out of halftime, 32-25. The 4 seed Red Rose Thunder leads the 7 seed Chester by 7. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Ben Hoy here. I'm your play-by-play commentator. Zay Ellis, our first half commentator on color, has the rest of the night off. We got Tamar Stubbs here for the second half. And Tamar, you watch the first half from the stands, getting prepped and ready for this game. It's been such a back and forth type of game.
It's been such a back and forth game, very physical and fast game. There's some people that really stand out to me. Malik Martin, able to use his physicality to get to the paint. Maurice Watson Jr., who's a true floor general on the Red Rose Thunder side, able to get everybody in position to score and score himself. On the other side, we have fast, speedy guards such as Mo Nelson, Keon Taylor, and Akeem Taylor, who also is able to score on every facet for Chester.
Here's Kai Howard to start off the second half. Kicks it to the corner. Morris from way deep, he drains it. Great shot there by Dominic Morris. Now on the other side, got Josh Sharkey. The Keon Taylor in the lane. Backdoor pass to Hollis Jefferson, and he's fouled. We'll take a look at the replay. And Tamar, what do you see on this great backdoor pass here?
That's just a great backdoor pass. He caught Kyle Howard sleeping a little bit, so that's when you take that cut. Now he got the foul. Let's see how many will make it at the free throw line.
Hollis Jefferson makes the first. Relier Hollis Jefferson out of Temple. He played 3 years in the G League out of college. Again, as we mentioned in the first half, brother of Rondé Hollis Jefferson, longtime NBA veteran. All right, so it's 35-27. He makes both. They get trapped, so they go back to Morris. He's going to post up. He wants it all for himself. Off the glass, no good. And here comes Chester looking to take advantage of that mistake. Sharkey down the lane, and he's just too quick. 35-29, 8:24 left. Here's Maurice Watson. Goes up, takes the contact right near the baseline, and will be going up for 2. So here's our replay.
Watson on Sharkey, 2 very quick guards. The low man wins, Watson able to get into Sharkey's chest and draw that foul. Let's see if we can make it that charity strike.
Maurice Watson taking the free throws. He's only joined Red Rose Thunder the past couple games. He's made a big impact both the times he's played, including tonight.
Very huge impact. You know, that 2-man game between him and Dominic Morris, able to just create open and just a lot of opportunities for Red Rose Thunder.
He had a big hole to fill a guard, not having Demetrius Davenport, and he surely filled it and more. Through traffic, intercepted. Maurice Watson with a burst of speed. Gets it inside to Malik Morris. Off the glass with the left, up and under. So here comes Sharkey again. 38-29, now a 9-point Red Rose Thunder lead. Takes contact, no foul. To Malik Martin to get this to double digits. Here's Kai Howard and drains it from deep. Timeout, Chester. And that's a big shot there from Kai Howard.
Yes, big shot there from Kai Howard, but it was made on the other side when Sharkey didn't get back. He was looking for that foul, led to a 4-on-5 fast break opportunity to a wide open 3-point shot for Kai Howard.
We'll be right back on SFBN after the timeout. Out of the timeout. Again, this game is sponsored by Tropical Smoothie Cafe here in SFBN. Welcome back. Ben Hoyt here, Tamar Stubbs. And out of the timeout, Chester had a very long talk of what they wanted to do. What do you think they were saying in that timeout, Tamar?
Just able to they're down right now, just able to push that pace, get to the free throw line, get easy baskets, and also get back on defense.
So fouls called on Red Rose Thunder. Granberry, great pump fake.
Great pump fake to get that easy lane in the middle for that foul.
Granberry makes the first. Richard Granberry played at Neosho College and Virginia State. He's played overseas in Denmark, Brazil, and Argentina. He makes both, so it's 42-31. Double-digit game here, 5:48 left to go. Watson. Shot. That's good. We got 44-31. 5:32 left. And go inside to Hollis Jefferson. Using his strength, gets swatted away. Jefferson in the post, kicks out to Keon Taylor, bursts his speed, and draws the foul. So we'll take a look here. I mean, just look how quick Keon Taylor is. Starts from way deep past the arc and just beat two defenders off the dribble like that. They were 10 feet ahead of him.
Yes, Chester is probably the 3 fastest guards in the league, and that's what they're supposed to do. They're short, but they're able to get that quick first step to get to the basket.
Now the game is now 44-33, back to 11. Loose ball, Taylor kicks it back. Shot, Sharkey, front rim. Rebounded by Kai Howard. So Watson beats Sharkey off the dribble. Inside pass there. Multiple defenders on him. They take it away. There's Keon Taylor to the rim. Followed up by Akeem Taylor, who throws it down.
Yes, good putback slam by Akeem Taylor. That's just a great way to get his team energized and try to come back into this game.
Kai Howard, short 2-point jumper, off back rim and out. So Akeem Taylor wastes no time. He goes to the rim and throws it down over a body. Akeem Taylor put that man on a poster.
Back-to-back dunks by Akeem Taylor, just trying to do anything he can to get Chester back into this game.
And how do you respond to that? By traveling, of course, but let's take a look at this replay here. So rebound here.
Coast to coast.
And Akeem Taylor right over Morris. He's not a short dude. He is 6'8", 240 pounds. That's a big boy he just dunked over.
Just incredible explosive athleticism by Akeem Taylor. He's able to get 2 dunks in a row. But on the other side with Red Rose Thunder getting about 3 to 4 turnovers in a row.
Hollis Jefferson stripped by Watson. Stutters. And right back, Keon Taylor gets the interception. And right at the basket, Maurice Watson with a hard foul.
About to get another dunk. You could tell Maurice Watson wanted to hit that hard foul because he ain't want him to get in that quick rhythm. But he had the hard foul. I think that's a good foul. Almost took a little scary fall right there.
We got 2:40 left to go in the third. A very quick first game of our semifinal matchups here. The headliner tonight will be Philly All-American, the 10 seed, playing against the polar opposite, the 1 seed, Danny Rumph. That'll be right after this game. Jake Gabe will have the call for that. Man, that should be a really exciting matchup.
I think that would be a real exciting matchup. Philly All-American has a history of getting out into the lead the first half, but always letting it go the second. Let's see if history repeats itself after this game.
High pass there for Howard. 2 defenders drawn to him. So Morris will get the ball. Little give and go action. That's swatted by Akeem Taylor on the board. Red Rose Thunder appealed for a goaltend, but I think he got there just before that as a foul's called. Kai Howard there pleading his case, and the ref wants no part of it. So let's take a look at the replay here. There's a loose ball foul, so.
No, he got that. He got that.
He got that, I agree. And then there was a loose ball foul right afterwards, so Sharkey got one at the line. They'll inbound from the sideline. Chester scratching and clawing into this Red Rose Thunder lead. 1 point at 11. Shot. And lost. Akeem Taylor back to the charity stripe. Trying to make it a 4-point contest.
Akeem Taylor has been on a fantastic run in this third quarter, capitalizing off a lot of Red Rose Thunder's careless turnovers. This could be a big run for Chester going into the fourth quarter.
So less than a minute now on the clock, 58.4 on the clock. Akeem Taylor, perfect free throw. Now back to 5, so still 2 possessions, but every free throw matters. So he makes both. 4-point lead, 58 seconds left. Watson. Back to Morris. Shot no good. It's pulled in by Chester. Sharkey to Akeem Taylor. 44-43. 30 seconds left to go. It's a 1-point lead.
Akeem Taylor's on a fantastic run. You can tell his teammates is feeding him the ball because he just gives energy to the team, especially with those 2 dunks. Chester feels good, and they're ready to take back this lead.
Malik Morris holding for the final shot. 6 seconds on the shot clock. 3, air ball. Malik Martin couldn't hit it that time. So now Chester will have the final shot with 8.1 left to go. They resume the clock. 8.7. Shot and 1! Akeem Taylor has taken over this game single-handedly. Wow. Let's take a look at that again.
Akeem Taylor just been playing magnificent. This all started from his 2 energetic dunks. Now his team trusts him to take these shots. Now he's in a rhythm. Just got a foul on the 3-point and 1 for Chester as they take back this lead going into the fourth.
Wow, what a swing here. 46-44 Chester. We're gonna make it 47-44. That one's good. 4 seconds left. Watson chucks it up. And that's gonna be it for your third. Big swing of events here in the third quarter. It's 47-44 at the break. Again, this game is sponsored by Tropical Smoothie Cafe. We'll be right back. This environment is electric from Benjamin Franklin High School, and we're only just getting started. Fourth quarter of game number 1 of 2 tonight, 47-44. The 7th seed over the 4 seed right now. Can Chester go for another upset?
I think they can. It's just had an incredible 10-point swing. Chester has the energy right now. off of the Akeem Taylor's run, especially with those 2 dunks, giving his team life. Now, if they just capitalize off these first 3 to 4 minutes, they might have this game in the bag.
Taylor, acrobatic layup, lays it off the glass. Great contest as well, but it's no match for Akeem Taylor. Malik Martin, guarded by Taylor. He's trapped, he has nowhere to go, so he'll go to Morris. He's stripped. Granbury wins the ball. Here comes Hollis Jefferson. Down the lane to Sharkey. Inside, no good. Short off the rim. So now here comes the 3-on-1. And Maurice Watson can't capitalize. Who's it going to? It's going to stay with Red Rose Thunder.
Very back and forth game. The intensity has come alive. The intensity has picked up. This is playoff basketball for Brotherly Love at its finest.
By the way, we were mentioning Akeem Taylor putting the whole team on his back earlier. He hit the game-winning shot against Lou Leonard, the 2 seed, to cause one of their upsets in this playoffs. I mean, he could be a key part about doing it again.
No, basketball is a game of runs and rhythm. Chester seems like they're on a great run and a great rhythm right now. If they keep this up, they might be able to pull off another win to advance themselves.
Foul on the floor. And that is going to be on Akeem Taylor. So we'll inbound from the sideline here. We'll inbound from the sideline. To Kai Howard. Howard, guarded by Hollis Jefferson. Corner, Morris, no good. Offensive rebound, though, as they chuck it high, and another backcourt violation. That's the 2nd time that they've made this mistake tonight.
Between the 3rd and the 4th quarter, Red Rose Thunder has about 5 to 6 turnovers, costly turnovers, and they look like they just can't get back from that. And Chester has just been counter punching and doing everything they need to do to get this lead.
Sharkey to Taylor, off balance jumper, a little bit long. So Watson Jr. trying to calm his troops down. Try not to panic here. They're only down 5. Howard takes a long 2-point jumper. And another tip in there for Red Rose Thunder. Malik Martin on that, so it is 49-46.
Malik Martin might need to come alive in the last 7 minutes of this game. And him being one of the best players in the Brotherly Love.
They're going to call that on Granbury. So it's Red Rose Thunder ball. They can tie it here with a 3. Again, this is a much different Chester team than we first saw against Red Rose Thunder. They lost by 11 the first time. But Malik Martin isn't helping Chester's cause as he just tied this game.
Malik Martin coming alive. As I said, he needs to keep pushing that intensity and that pace to keep Red Rose Thunder into this game and get that win.
Down the baseline, spins it, and a basket there from Hollis Jefferson. Great job on the finger roll. Morris, 3, drains it from Curry range. 52-51, the lead is broken once again, this time in favor of Red Rose Thunder. In the post. He goes down, late foul is called. And they're pleading that it's an offensive foul, but they're going to call a block here. Let's take a look at this again. I want to see this for myself.
Let's see if he has position.
Yeah, let's see if he's set. He's just not.
No, he's still sliding.
That his feet were not set. That's the correct call.
And you know, when you try to take charges like that, it can either go well or be very costly for your team because he was not set, and this can be very costly for Red Rose Thunder.
5:27 left to go. Now down to 5:20 as he hits the free throw. It is 54-52 Chester. Looked for the M1 play, just couldn't get it to fall. And Maurice Watson Jr. will be heading to the stripe.
Using his speed and his hips to get around his defender. Even though he's small, he's able to secure that ball and try to get the foul. One of the most highest IQ players in the game that we see right now.
Missed the free throw, though, so they can't tie the game here. By the way, the guy he got around was Josh Sharkey, who's not a slow dude. But we'll resume that discussion after we come back from break. Again, this game is sponsored by Tropical Smoothie Cafe on SFBN. Welcome back here from Benjamin Franklin High School. 4:43 on the clock, 54-52. We head to the charity stripe on the right side of the floor. As Maurice Watson will take one and make it. So he makes 1 out of 2. 54-53, 4:38 left to go.
Now, we was just talking about how Maurice Watson was able to get by one of the fast defenders.
Sharkey, follow-up rebound. It's a basket there from Richard Granberry, the 6'8" forward. Martin to Morris. There's a Quentin Davis. Shot. Drains at the free throw line. That's Watson. So it's 56-55 here. 4 minutes left to go. Next stoppage is Elam Ending. Very close one at that, and that will definitely warrant a stop there. The foul is called. Sharkey's down. He's holding his chest. So here's the replay. Hope Sharkey's okay. He just got up in real time. So, yeah, it looks like he got kicked there, Tamar.
Looks like he got kicked, but I don't know if he's holding his hand or his chest.
I saw it was his chest.
But it looked like he's shaking it off. No, it looked like his arm.
We'll see what we're going to here. Because after this, it should be the Elam Ending. We got 3:55 on the clock.
It's his left arm. He's trying to shake it off.
All right, so the clock is off right now at 56:55. Now 57:55. After this free throw, we'll determine what our ending is. If he makes it, we'll believe it's going to be going to 64. 66 it's going to be. Couldn't do quick math quite right. So 66. And 58-55. Red Rose Thunder can tie it up with a 3. Inside, Morris saw it away. Sharkey spins right past Watson, down the baseline. Here comes Akeem Taylor. They're one step closer there, 6 points away.
Akeem Taylor just been able to do it all since the third quarter to push Chester into this incredible comeback and lead.
Go inside of Malik Martin. Drives in and he'll get some at the free throw line. Both these free throws are crucial to keeping it at a single possession game.
Incredibly crucial. Let's look at the replay. Martin putting the small defender in the post, knowing it's a mismatch, putting his arm and into the small defender, getting to the line. He has to make these two. He needs to focus so Red Rose Thunder can stay in this game.
Makes the first. That was the easy one. Pressure's on the second. It was a 3-point game. Right now it's at 4. Because with 2 threes here from Chester, this ball game's over. That's missed. So it's 1 out of 2. Bit of an unfortunate break here for Red Rose Thunder. We go inside. Sharkey to Akeem Taylor through contact. Doesn't get the whistle. Watson inside. A little bit too much on that.
Those are the plays you got to finish for Red Rose Thunder.
Chester heading the other way. 3. Akeem Taylor couldn't hit it. Goes right back to Red Rose Thunder. So a bit of sloppy basketball here in the last 30 seconds or so.
Yes, bit of sloppy basketball, mainly on Red Rose Thunder's part, on the turnovers, and also the easy miss layup we just saw on the other side.
Watson may have walked there, got away with it. Looks like he shuffled the feet, but they go to Howard. Drives inside, and 2 more at the stripe. Trying to get to a 2-point game. So here's the replay.
Again, Howard having a mismatch. The small, he's a big guy, so having a skinnier defender who's going right to the basket, able to draw that contact. Looked like he was bailed out a little bit.
It was definitely a lighter foul for sure. But I understand where they can blow the whistle.
Yeah.
Makes the first, so it's now down to a single possession. 3 points separate these two teams. Howard makes a second. A basket could tie for Red Rose Thunder. Things are getting interesting. 60-58. What can Chester do here to respond? Go inside, Sharkey, off balance shot, that's not one you want to take, but Watson was on the line. Oh, wow, that's costly. So it's gonna go right back to Chester when Red Rose could have tied the game there.
Red Rose Thunder just been very sloppy with the ball. But on the other side, let's look at Chester, how Sharkey drove to the middle. He had a wide man open in the corner, but he was so fixated on going to the rim, he missed his man.
Sharkey spins, goes up through 2 defenders, no good. So Red Rose Thunder still has an opportunity to take advantage. Here's Howard, inside, short. Here's Keon Taylor. Steps back, gives it to Granbury, loses the ball. 2-on-2. Now to 3-on-3. Howard, 3 for the lead, no good. Granbury gains position there, he gets the rebound. Wasting no time. He's hustled to the hoop, coast to coast, stripped by Malik Martin. Martin gets the turnover, goes down the lane, and ties this game. 60-60. It's anyone's game from here.
Red Rose Thunder able to gain some turnovers with some steals and ability to capitalize. Chester is going through a cold streak, not able to get to that 66 for the Elam Enden mark.
6 points for either team to win it. Akeem Taylor walks. Shuffled the feet there.
2 costly turnovers in a row for Chester. Now, if you're a Red Rose Thunder, do you go down to hit a 3 or do you go to hit that 2?
Whatever gets you points at this point. Whatever puts on pressure to Chester. 3's nice, but you don't need it. You just need to capitalize. You can't have Chester take the upper hand. And Maurice Watson takes it coast to coast. That's big there. Making the smart play, getting the 2. 62-60. 4 points to win it for Red Rose Thunder. So again, we have quite an ending here for Ben Franklin. Hollis Jefferson, off balance, short, but he gets the foul call. So here's the replay here. I want to see where he got him on the shot. So he goes.
I think it was on the bump. I don't know. Created contact with the bump. Might have hit his arm on the way up.
Hollis Jefferson misses the first. So they can't tie it. They can only bring it to 1. That's huge for Red Rose Thunder, as the coaching staff and the bench is just going nuts for Red Rose Thunder. They missed both, so it's still at 62-60. Red Rose Thunder has a lot to talk over as we go to break. Coming down to the wire in this one, 62-60. Ben Hoyt here with Tamar Stubbs. And man, Chester made a heck of a comeback, down by double digits at one point. But Red Rose Thunder got their act together, tied it up at 60, and it's been their lead since.
Yes, Red Rose Thunder able to capitalize off of every mistake Chester has had. Chester has also went through a cold streak. Now let's see if they can capitalize once again.
Martin, backdoor pass. Would be a big 3 here if he nails it, and he does! Malik Martin. They only need 1 more point to win it and punch their ticket to the finals. There's Sharkey. They need a 3 bad. He steps back, and he hits it off the front rim. Red Rose Thunder can take their time, and G Funny says it's na-na-na-na time. Here comes Watson, and he only needs to make 1. Not over yet. He needs to hit 1, but man, what a great game from Red Rose Thunder.
That's just great speed. Using his inside hand, drawing that foul. High IQ player, high experience. Let's see if he can win this game.
This is the first. Things get interesting. Pressure's on him to make this one.
This is when players get in their head. Missed the first one.
This is where legends are made. Can he make the game-winning free throw?
That's good.
No, he cannot. He misses both. They cannot believe it. Here's Sharkey. Can they take advantage? Keon Taylor on the wing. Back to Sharkey. Taylor to the rim. Back down to 3. Still interesting, still not over. But can Red Rose Thunder close the door here? They're going to double Malik Martin. That may be a tech. I don't think they had it. They didn't have a timeout. That's a technical foul.
Malik Martin, flustered by the double team, just able to call that timeout. was led into a tech.
I think that's they have to enter the stripe with this. That's the rule. So it's going to be a technical foul. So things got really interesting. I wonder who they're going to send to the line here.
I think they might send Akeem Taylor.
Now it looks
Or
like it's going to be Sharkey. Josh Sharkey, the man out of Sanford, averaged 18 points a game and 7 assists per game his senior year. So we got a lot to talk over here and unpack, as this is a super chaotic ending here for game number 1.
Very chaotic ending, but at the end of the day, Red Rose Thunder has the lead. So they're able to keep some, they're able to make a little bit mistakes because they had that cushion of a lead, but this tech was a costly mistake because don't they get the free throw and Chester gets the ball back?
Well, first it could have been over if he just made one free throw.
Yeah.
It would have been all done. That play wouldn't have happened. They would have already been in the finals waiting for their opponent. But because Watson missed both, that allowed for that play to happen, for Martin to get flustered, and now Chester can get back into it with free throws. So here's Sharkey off the technical foul. Again, a very costly mistake this late in the game, and he misses it. No one can take advantage of anything. And if he made that, Chester would have gotten the ball back. They could have ended it.
Yeah. But they still get an extra possession and another chance at the basket.
Sharkey gets it to Keon Taylor. Red Rose is saying no fouls, no more mistakes. They want to end this. Oh. And he loses the ball. Pass to Malik Martin. Nothing between him and the basket. He throws it down, and Chester's magical run is over. Red Rose Thunder is heading to the finals in Season 3 of the Brotherly Love Pro-Am League. Let's take a look at this.
Just lost his grip on the ball. And Malik Martin able to put that exclamation point and punch their ticket right into the finals.
Wow. That one definitely increased your heart rate there.
Yeah.
67-62 your final. Red Rose Thunder, if we take a look at our bracket, will face the winner of Danny Rumph and Philly All-American in the 1 versus 10 game. That should be a great one for our next contest.
Sure to be great. It's a great one for the next contest. Philly All-American has a lot of scores, but their Achilles heel is the second half. They come out great in the first half, but they get lax in the second half. So can Danny Rumph take advantage of that and punch their ticket in to play Red Rose Thunder in the regular Pro-Am Finals?
All right, let's go down to Xavier Johnson with our MVP, Malik Martin. Xavier?
Welcome back, basketball fans, and what a game we just had. Red Rose Thunder with the victory, 65-62 against Chester.
The MVP is rigged.
And we're here with Malik Martin. Now, Malik, what a game. You guys started off the game the half up by 7. Then Chester did come back, but then you managed to bring it back to tie it at 60, and then you just took over with 21 points. How does it feel to get the victory, and what is it like to move on to the finals?
Major to get the victory. It's tough to lose, harder to win. So we're just going to keep on trying to get the next one.
Now, you guys play the winner of Philly All-American and Danny Rumph. Any one of those in particular you would love to place in the finals?
Nah, just want to play good basketball, that's all.
And what message do you have to them after this game?
That we just going to keep on playing our game. The coach is giving us a lot of faith, letting us run, so we just got to keep on going out there and making it happen for each other.
All right, congratulations and good luck on the finals.
Appreciate it. Right here with you.
All right, there you guys have it. What a game tonight, 66-62, with a crazy ending and comeback by Team Red Rose Thunder. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Xavier. 67-62. And like Malik said, you better watch out because they're playing their brand of basketball, and they have been hot throughout this entire playoff stretch. Again, they play the winner of our next game between Danny Rumph and Philly All-American 1 versus 10. We'll be right back for that game right after this. Tamar Stubbs, I'm Ben Hoyt, saying so long from your first game on SFBN.
welcome on into the second game of the semifinals here at Ben Franklin High School for the Brotherly Love Pro-Am. You just watched the Red Rose Thunder advance against Chester, and now we have Philly All-American, the 10 seed, going up against Danny Rumph, the 1 seed. Danny Rumph had 2 straight byes, so this is going to be their first playoff action. What are you looking for in tonight's game, Greg?
I'm looking to see if Philly All-American can continue their Cinderella story of not winning a single game in a regular season, but kind of running through the competition in the postseason. Also looking to see how Danny Rumph adjusts to all this time off. Philly All-American is well warmed up for the playoff action, but Danny Rumph has been on the sidelines for a minute, so let's see how they come out.
Speaking of the sidelines, we're going to settle on over to our sideline reporter, Dominique Vincent, with the pregame story. Hey, Dominique.
Hello, everyone. I'm Dominique Vincent with the Sports Fan Base Network. Red Rose Thunder just secured the first spot for the championship game that's taking place tomorrow. Now, Team Danny Rumph and Philly All-Americans will put it all on the floor to secure the last spot in the championship game. Both of these teams are packed with talent, so this matchup should be great. The wait is over. Back to you.
And we tipped off underway. Danny Rumph in green, All-American in blue. Kick to the corner, quick 3, no good. Rebounded by Philly All-American.
You know what I noticed, Jake? B-ball Paul isn't here.
Yeah, Paul Reed was playing for Philly All-American last game as they make a 3 there. That 3 coming from James Standback.
I don't think it will affect them too much, though. Philly All-American has been playing really well when they really needed to the most. And people have to remember they are the defending champs, so they will not lay down lightly. They are here to defend their title.
That layup made by Danny Rumph, so a 3-2 ball game. Stanley Whitaker with it. Mid-range shot up and good over the taller defender.
I'm always impressed by Stanley Whitaker. He could create his own shot off the dribble, but he could also create for everyone else. A really true dynamic point guard.
That deep 3, no good. Pushing in transition. 3 here, no good from Standback. Pass up ahead to Manigo. Can't get the shot to go. Philly All-American taking the 3 again, and they drain it this time.
They're on fire right now from the field.
8 points already for Philly All-American. Danny Rumph pushing up. Davis with it. On the drive. There's a foul there. And we'll send Danny Rumph to the line.
Yeah, whichever team wins, I think we're in store for a great championship as we look at the foul. Not really much of anything there.
Yeah, definitely lost it on the way up. Whether that was caused by contact or not, couldn't really tell there.
Yeah, but we saw a great performance by Red Rose Thunder. They almost came close to losing as they had a big, almost 13-point lead. Almost lost in the end, but they fought back to tie it up and eventually take the lead and secure in the Elam ending.
Second free throw good, so 8-3. Pass up top, there's Malcolm. Giving it over to the corner, unable to hang on to the pass, but off Danny Rumph. Pass in to Malcolm. Guarded up top, will take the contested 3 and will drain it. Philly All-American very hot from outside so far tonight.
And they're on fire. They really had their shooting boots on. Like, expect Danny Rumph to come back into this one. They were amazing all regular season, and that talent just doesn't disappear, especially in the playoffs.
Danny Rumph losing it out of bounds, however, and Philly All-American trying to catch him off guard, slow things down now.
Yeah, that didn't help my cause. I was boosting them up and they instantly turned the ball over. But still, expect them to turn it up soon in this game once they get fully warmed up into this one.
So Whitaker with it. Ends up with a double dribble. Looked like he palmed the ball from underneath. And that ends up being a turnover. So All-American still with a nice size lead, 11-3 so far.
Yeah, and I want to say, coming off to slow starts, that could be fine in a multi-game series. But when you have a one-and-done series, you always want to be on it. You can't have games or even moments off. You always have to be on your best game. So let's see if Danny Rumph picks it up soon or if the level of play drops down.
They missed a couple of opportunities there. Transition 3, no good. Almost a tip in there, but couldn't get it to go was John Hall. So now pushing Danny Rumph into Manigo, who passes it off, and an easy 2 there.
A nice unselfish play by Rumph.
So 11-5 now. All-Americans stay in the lead. Pass out of bounds will stay Philly All-American. Excuse me, that's going to be a foul. So Stanley Whitaker to the line.
Yeah, so far an impressive start for Philly, the defending champs. Knocks down the first free throw. We saw in the last game, Philly Red Rose Thunder just needed to hit one free throw to win it, and they missed both of them. Had us nervous again that they were going to pull what they did last night, where they almost lost it in Elam ending time.
Second free throw up and swishes that one through the net.
Whitaker knocks it down, goes 2 for 2.
Daquan Davis with the ball up top. Gives it over to Myers. Shot up and good. That's a long 2 from the corner there.
Yeah, Jalil Myers knocks it down. Looks like you're already going to give him the three-pointer.
Pass over, another 3. Philly All-Americans can't convert. Stand back, but they get it right back. Here's Hall. He'll take a 3.
That is no good. So Danny Rumph slowly pulling their selves back into this one.
Myers with it, trapped, gives it over to Smith. Smith driving in, puts up the left hand with some English on that one. Makes it a 3-point ball game. Whitaker with it up top. Gives it to Hall. Hall inside, spin move, off glass and good. 15-10 and a chance to make it a and one opportunity.
Yeah, crucial points there as Rumph is on a momentum streak. A nice way to pull it back for a Philly All-American, getting an and one opportunity to extend this one a little bit further, getting them more comfort in this first quarter.
So Hall at the line. 3 minutes to go. 5-point lead for Philly All-American. Shot up and in. Make it a 6-point lead there.
16-10.
And bringing the ball up, Robert Smith. Pass inside to Manigo, who gets it to go over the much smaller defender, Whitaker. And we have a whistle on the play. That's a travel. Don't count the basket.
Philly All-American needs to pull it together. You can't have these bad, unforced turnovers against a team of this caliber. You need to play very short-sounded to beat Danny Rumph.
Smith with it. Guarded by Whitaker. Trying to shake him. Passes off to Manigo. And drive in from Davis. Shot up, no good. And here comes Whitaker. Looking inside, gets it to Hall.
Almost stolen, though, by
Euro
Jalil Myers.
inside and gets fouled. Layup no good, but Hall will go back to the line for another 2 free throws.
You see this pass by Whitaker almost gets stolen by Myers. He read it perfectly.
So the first one up and in for John Hall. As we get a sub here for Danny Rumph.
Pretty close first quarter. In opening moments, it looked like Philly All-American was just on it. But as we saw, Danny Rumph picked up the pace. He couldn't come up with the rebound, though.
3 no good from Hall on the second effort.
That would have been a big 3 for Philly if that would have gotten it to go in.
Smith with it, gets the screen, drives downhill, puts it up, and almost gets it to go. That high arcing scoop. Here's Butler. Butler with it to the corner.
Low pass by Butler.
Nixon, Vader, ends up with some contact, much to the dismay of Manigo for Danny Rumph. So 2 more free throws coming Philly All-Americans' way.
You see the pass was a little low, but Mixon was able to just hang on to it and regain control. Forces the contact, gets fouled on a shot, and he would go to the line now for Philly for 2.
So 39 seconds in the first quarter. Clock has been stopped. And we've got Jay Nixon at the line. First shot up and swishes right through the net. We saw in that first game just how important free throws can be. We've been saying it all tournament long, Greg, but a chance to win it. Red Rose Thunder misses both.
Yeah, Jake, they only needed literally just 1 free throw, and they missed both.
As Nixon drains the second. So you need all the points you can get here, especially in the semifinals. Pass out to Manigo. Puts up the 3. No good. Rebounded by All-American.
But Manigo, do not underrate him. He is the best player, I believe, on the court for Danny Rumph. Want to focus in on him.
Whitaker holding the ball for All-American, looking to take the last shot here. About 10 seconds left in the quarter. Gets the screen from Hall. Working against Manigo, puts up the fader, no good. Danny Rumph putting up the prayer, no good, off the top of the backboard. So after 1 quarter, Philly All-American leads 19-12 against Danny Rumph. We'll be right back after this with the second quarter action here for the Brotherly Love Pro-Am, presented by SFBN and Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Welcome back here to the second quarter here for the Brotherly Love Pro-Am. All-American leading Danny Rumph 19-12. All-American, the 10 seed, going up against Danny Rumph, the 1 seed in this semifinal. The finals will be tomorrow, and Red Rose Thunder just got their ticket into the final earlier today as we get a 3 here. And that shot in from Butler.
Nice 3-point shot by Butler. You can't leave anyone on the court for Philly All-American open from the perimeter. That's what makes them so dangerous and so hard to guard.
Pass over, shot up and fouled. That's Manigo driving. And we'll take a replay of that.
He drives, Manigo. I think he called it on 2 Philly All-American players, either on Nixon or on Standback.
First free throw, good. So make it a single-digit game here. With about a minute passed in this second quarter.
Jake, I keep hearing that baby on the mic. It's really giving me whiplash sometimes.
And an air ball there from Whitaker. Could have gotten a piece of it.
Whitaker loves that step-back jumper, and I think Danny Rumph is reading that too.
Hanging in the air and getting it to go. Manigo.
Manigo is heating up here. Like I said before, he is a really good player and probably the best player on the court for Rumph.
Butler can't get the layup. Here comes Smith, passing up, pass over again, good ball movement, and leads to the foul. Guess who got fouled? Manigo. He'll go to the line for 2 as we get a replay of the foul.
Look how the way Rumph runs the court, though, everyone filling an open lane, giving a lot of passing options for their point guard, leads to a foul. But way to run the court by Rumph. Open lanes, that's how you run the fast break.
Manigo has really been the guy so far for Danny Rumph. He's built strong and has been using his body to his advantage. He's not the tallest guy out there, but no one's been able to stop him when he goes inside. And the only way to is foul him, and that's what All-American did there.
Yeah, Manigo, as you said, losing his body to his advantage. That often can be key in this Pro-Am tournament as it's dominated by guards. Now a lot of teams have the strength or height to go up against players sometimes. That's what made Ret 6 so dangerous.
Wide open, no one saw him in the corner. Shot no good, but a good magic trick there from Standback.
Standback just couldn't hit on the wide open three-pointer, but Rumph can, and they knocked down their own three-pointer, knocked down by Robert Smith.
Yeah, Robert Smith with the 3 cuts the lead to 1. All-American still in the lead, however, 22-21. Timeout here. Philly All-American needs one, and we'll take a timeout as well and be back right after this timeout. Pass in for All-Americans as we come back. Danny Rumph cutting the lead down as Whitaker gets to the lane and puts it in, stopping the run for Danny Rumph. It was 22-12, make it 24-21 now.
Yeah, Rumph still making a great comeback in the second quarter. This is what I talked about. They're now fully back into game and back into game mode. No longer sleepwalking throughout this one.
A foul there against All-American will keep the ball with Danny Rumph as we get a few subs. Malcolm checking in back to the ball game for All-American. Trying to check the ball in. They do to Myers. Myers going baseline. Step back, no good. Rebounded.
Could have caught an offensive foul as I think Jalil Myers got away with that little arm shove on. You can see kind of extends that arm a little bit. Maybe not enough to call a foul, but I still think maybe got away with the offensive foul there.
Yeah, he definitely did extend that arm as Danny Rumph goes to the line. First free throw, no good.
Free throws are critical.
So stays a 3-point ball game. Almost halfway through this second quarter. Drains the second, so 2-point game. All-American with it. Malcolm checking back into the ball game with it. Gives it to Whitaker. Whitaker, mid-range, up and good. You said it, Greg. He loves that mid-range fade.
Yeah, Whitaker just gets to his spots effortlessly. And it's like there's nothing that the defense can do to stop him. We know where he's going. They know where he's going. But he's just better than you, and that's what sometimes better offense just beats better defense.
And Whitaker almost getting the steal there from All-American. Pokes it out of bounds. Will stay Danny Rumph ball. So Davis with it. Gives it to Myers. This is where he was last time, going against Whitaker. He's not giving much ground to him. Shot up, air ball. Great defense there from the undersized Whitaker.
It just talks about how strong Whitaker is from his lower body, able to hold his ground against a bigger, stronger man.
Hall into the lane, gets the scoop to go and the foul. John Hall with the and one opportunity.
Nice finish by John Hall. He's looking another replay at this one. The replay brought to you by Tropical Smoothie Cafe.
So the free throw opportunity here. And he converts. So 29-22. Hall extending the lead for All-American. And remember, All-American won no games in the regular season, have won 2 games this week in the playoffs, trying to make it a third as they lead. And there's a travel there from Danny Rumph. Drungel, the guilty party.
It's interesting seeing for the All-American. And I think teams cannot get looped into looking at their record and thinking they're a cakewalk. A lot of their games that they lost were really close games, and they should have won some, but they just blew a lot of their leads that they had. But this is a really good basketball team, and people have to know they did win the championship last year.
What's the opposite of anything you can do, I can do better? Because Whitaker matches the travel with another travel on the other end.
Yeah, Whitaker, he's a really good ball handler, but sometimes he needs to stay disciplined.
Here comes Rumph. Fouled on the attempt. Some of All-American can't believe it. Drungel getting fouled on the layup attempt, falling hard.
Yeah, I heard that one. I thought it was a bigger collision than actually happened as you look at this replay again.
Ooh.
His back hit the ground pretty hard there.
Yeah, he seems fine and was at the line already, but he did collide with an All-American pretty hard. As the first free throw is in, cutting that lead down. Now this is, from a regular season perspective, polar opposites. Danny Rumph did not lose a single game in that regular season, as they cut the lead to 5, but they trail against the team that never won a game in the regular season.
I believe Danny Rumph only lost once in the regular season, but it is interesting seeing them trail in this one. But again, don't underestimate having a lot of teams want to fight for the bye, having a bye for having a better record. We see it a lot in football, but we see it sometimes having too much time off can lead you coming out cold in your first game back in action.
3 up, no good.
You can practice all you want while you're off, but that still never will represent the actual game and the physicality and the speed of an in-game action.
Crowd asked for a travel, didn't get it, but they get it there. So 2-for-1 special on travels going for right now on Danny Rumph. So All-American gets the ball.
We've seen an unusually high amount of travels in this one.
Perhaps a little playoff jitters. Malcolm with it, getting over the defender. Mid-range pull-up, that's cash money right there.
Malcolm saw the defender sinking into the paint. He said, "Minus one, if you're going to allow me to take this mid-range jumper, I'm going to take it." And he swished it in.
Davis with it. He'll try to match it, and he does with the mid-range shot of his own.
That was good defense by Butler, but Davis made room on that spin move and got to a spot.
Butler passed to Whitaker on the baseline. He'll take on Davis one-on-one. Gives it out to Butler. Thought about the 3, drives instead, gets fouled. It went in. It looks like they're going to count the basket. Wasn't sure in case the offensive interference on the dunk, but looks like it's a good basket as we see here.
Yeah, I think the ball was on its way down already before the player made contact with the rim, so it's going to count.
Yep, ref signals 1 shot here, so
About 12, 13 seconds left in this game.
and
Well,
Butler draining.
Not in this game in the first half.
Yeah, Philly All-American wishes it was in this game as Danny Rumph got to get a shot off soon. They get it into Myers inside. He makes the layup.
Great play by Rumph, but Philly not even guarding the paint. And Jalil Myers taking full advantage of that, noticing the open lane, making the cut, getting the layup in to bring this game a little bit closer for Danny Rumph going into the half.
Yeah, so the score is 34-28 at half. All-American in the lead. Now, if you're Danny Rumph, what do you think you have to adjust in this second half?
Danny Rumph just needs to shore up their turnovers. Maybe slow down the pace a little bit, because you can tell coming out they're probably a little nervous that it's the semifinals. They're literally right into the semifinal game. So just calm down their nerves a little bit, slow the tempo down, and then that's how you'll ease themselves back into the game. Because they're not out of it. They're playing really well, but maybe just slow down a little bit.
We'll send it on over to our sideline reporter, Dominique Vincent, who's with John Hall of Philly All-Americans.
Hello, everyone. I'm here with John Hall. You guys are so close to securing the championship spot. What do you guys have to do to come out on top tonight?
I think it just starts with our defense. Like, we play defense, we can score the ball with the best of them. So as long as we get stops, we're gonna win the game, I think.
What weaknesses do you see in the way that Danny Rumph is playing that you plan on using to your advantage in the second half?
I think since they're switching everything, we're gonna have a lot of mismatches in the post. And I think if we just use that a little more, it'll be way easier for us.
Thank you so much. Back to you. Thanks.
Thank you, Dominique, as we'll head to our halftime break here. Philly All-American up 34-28 here at the semifinals of the Brotherly Love Pro-Am, presented by SFBN and Tropical Smoothie Cafe. We are back here for the second half of the semifinal. Philly All-American leads this one 34-28. The 10th seed leading against the 1 seed, Danny Rumph. Jake Gable, Greg Starks on the call here for SFBN. Earlier today, we had the first semifinal game. It was Red Rose Thunder taking down Chester, so the winner of this game will take on the 4 seed Thunder in the championship game tomorrow night. Some key players from the first half. You see there Stanley Whitaker set to check the ball in. He had 8 for Philly All-Americans, and John Hall had 7. And on Danny Rumph's side, you had Manigo with 8 points as well.
This is a pretty good matchup we have so far. I wonder what the confusion on the court is.
Yeah, it looks like they're almost ready to go. Some people are looking around confused.
Got some people in the crowd doing a special handshake. You know what that was about. They're doing it again, too. Back to back. But anyway, back to the game.
We'll save the handshakes for later, Craig, as we have Malcolm with it up top. Gives it to Whitaker.
It was dead air. He had to fill it somehow.
Gets the screen, doesn't take it, but takes the shot, and that's good. That's a 3 from Whitaker, who's now up to 11, matching his jersey number.
Yeah, Whitaker, and as you can notice on the back of the Philly All-Americans jersey, they have the trophy, which signifies that they are the champions. And they're trying to defend their crown here, getting back to the finals tomorrow.
Shot no good there from Smith. Here comes, whoa! A dunk there from
Standback. Got all the way
back.
out.
James Standback with the dunk.
Stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, out of bounds there from Jaleel Myers. We'll take another look at that slam.
The Tropical Smoothie Cafe replay. We have a ferocious dunk by Standback.
And again, there's a 3.
Standback.
And guess who it is? Standback. 5 straight points for him.
And timeout by Danny Rumph. Much needed because they came out of that half sleepwalking.
Yeah, at half, it entered 28-34. Danny Rumph yet to score in this third quarter. And Philly All-American has already scored 7. The lead is at the largest it's been so far with 13 points. They just haven't been able to stop them defensively.
No, they haven't. Right now, it's just been the Whitaker and Standback show coming out the half. I can hear the Rumph coach very animated to his team. You know, can't repeat half of what he's saying on the air. He's willing his team on. Hopefully, Rumph comes out out of this timeout showing the same energy that their coach is showing too.
Yeah, that would be a huge boost for them. They need an energy boost here, but luckily for them, it's still only early in this third quarter. So lots of basketball yet to be played. And Danny Rumph checks in. Smith with it up top. Gets a screen from Manigo. Switches on to Hall. Passes off to Manigo. Up top, no good. Players kind of stopped, thought it went over the basket, but still in
to Standback. The
attack.
Standback is out of bounds. And I think part of that why both players stopped is that I think Danny Rumph thought maybe they were going to get a foul call there, and I think All-American thought the ball went up out of the backboard, it was going to be out of bounds. So kind of stalemate on both sides.
But with the out-of-bounds call on the other side, no effect. Shot no good. Manigo falls to the floor. And here comes Malcolm. Malcolm pushing in transition. Ball movement, pass inside to Hall. Hall can't get the floater to go.
Yeah, Hall should have hit Standback open in the corner there. He's been showed he can hit it. He should give it back to him.
Layup no good there from Smith. And All-Americans electing to slow things down.
Yes, Rumph just can't get anything to go at the rim. It's like there's a lid on the court right now.
Whitaker up top, drives right, puts it up, can't get it. And saving possession for Danny Rumph.
Yeah, this is where Rumph needs to make an impact. Right now, All-American hasn't scored at all.
What a shot there from Davis as he walks up 6 flights of stairs afterwards, taking his momentum into the crowd.
Yeah, All-American, I was saying, they haven't really scored since that timeout. This was Rumph's chance to capitalize and bring this lead down. Got the layup there. Hopefully that opens the floodgate for him.
Whitaker with it on that left wing. Passes off to Hall for 3. No good. And Danny Rumph, if they score, can make this a single-digit game. 6:30 about left. Davis inside. Here's Drungell. Spin. Finds Smith. Over to Myers in the corner. Reverse layup gets it to go, and it's a 9-point ball game.
Yeah, Rumph, 4 straight points now. Sometimes you just need to see that ball go in the court once, and then as a team, the floodgates will open.
So that one going off, Danny Rumph will stay All-American ball. 6 minutes to go in this third quarter. Whitaker faked the 3, drives off the backboard and in.
Are they going to call it on the ground, or going to give him the bucket?
Let's take a look. He did shoot after the contact, but it was pretty shortly after, so it looks like it's going to be an and one here for Whitaker.
Yeah, I heard some Danny Rumph players complaining that they aren't getting the same calls in other in their court.
So 44-32 now. Manigo spin into the lane and rimming out. And Malcolm, between the legs of a defender, puts up the mid-range, no good. Myers up to Smith. Smith on the baseline, turnaround is way short, had that one blocked. Shot from Manigo, that's no good either.
Jake, this is just me right there. On those 2 possessions, it seemed like Rumph instantly just ramped up the tempo.
Wide open 3 from Malcolm, and he makes the defense pay. All-American.
And just like that, they push it back up to double digits and then some.
Yeah, largest lead of the game at 15. All-American playing with some confidence, the defending champs.
And now Rumph slows it down a little bit. Rumph's game plan cannot just be put your head down and drive to the rim and hope for a foul. That seems like what they're doing right now. You need to set up some plays. Cut some screens, have some off-ball movement to get this Philly All-American defense moving around and exposing mismatches.
Yeah, Danny Rumph's head coach expressing his frustrations to the ref about the foul calls as we get a whistle. We'll get a sub and out of bounds from under the basket for All-American. Whitaker checking in. In the corner. Butler, no good. Here's Myers. Pass inside to Manigo. He gets that one to go with the right hand. So
Just take it 2 points at a time for Rumph. Don't have to always, if All-American hits a 3, you don't have to answer back with the 3. Just take what is there. What if they're giving you, just take it.
Pass to the wing, Butler. Up top now. Passes back to Malcolm. Malcolm inside. Stand back. No good.
Stand back kind of lost his footing on that one. I don't think that's what he intended to do.
Inside the Myers, and after a few rolls around the rim, that goes in.
Rumph has these moments where they get the game down to almost single digits, but they always just lose it. They go on these short spurts of runs, and then they cool down and allow All-American to go on an 8-point run. They have to maintain long.
And there's a jump ball, a lot of contact there, but looks like it was wrapped up. So that's going to be Whitaker against Manigo.
And nice play by Manigo. Actually, no, they aren't going to. Yeah, they are going to do a jump ball. From my angle, it looked like he was at the free throw line. Well, he was at the free throw line. I just didn't see Manigo there.
So height advantage here for Manigo. Let's see if it pays off. It does, and Danny Rumph has it. Whitaker going to the ground after that jump ball. 3 here from Smith, no good.
Kind of laughing to myself, Jake, because as Robert Smith was bringing the ball up the court, I heard the coach just saying layup, layup, layup. Smith instantly pulls up from 3.
A little bit of miscommunication there, I guess. Just a really long layup. Butler passes off. Mid-range up, but way short, possibly deflected.
Yeah, Philly, their offense is getting stagnant here. They're getting too comfortable.
Shot up from Drungel, no good.
The problem is, Rumph isn't making them pay. These are the moments where Philly has these lapses you need to capitalize, and Rumph just isn't putting them under pressure.
Whitaker trying to get them out of that funk. Drives baseline, kicks out. Good ball movement to the corner. Another baseline drive. Shot up and in. And an and-one opportunity here after the made shot.
You saw Manigo in the frame, their hands on his head. He can't believe it. This is what got Philly where they are, this lead. Their good ball movement, and when they go in their droughts, that's when they stop using their ball movement. They have to keep this ball movement up. That's what makes Philly so deadly, because they have shooters literally everywhere on the court.
That was textbook right there. Just pump fakes, passing over to the open guy, and getting to the lane as they get the three-point play to go. 14-point lead. 45 seconds left in this third quarter.
The Smith now.
Up top against Butler. Drive spinning, falling, and getting the foul. That's fouls going against Butler.
Rumph needs to get more of their players involved, because right now their offense is Smith and Manigo or bust. They need to get more players, because on offense it's 2 against 5. You see all the guys just standing around looking, see what Smith is going to do.
Yeah, Smith looked out of control on that drive looking there. I didn't really see the contact from Butler, but not the best angle from the camera to see it.
But you see, I guess, Antoine Butler kind of making his case to the ref. I guess you can't see it, but we can see it. He's making his case to the ref on that foul call.
So first one up and in for Smith. Trying to shorten the gap here. 1 for 1, make it 2 for 2. 12-point game.
Timeout by Philly.
Interesting timeout there with just over 30 seconds left in the quarter. Feel like, especially with All-Americans getting the ball back, they can really dictate how the rest of this quarter goes. So do you think they just really want to end this quarter on a made shot with something drawn up? What do you think the reason for this timeout is?
That could be the case. That could be a case, but there's still too much time on the clock, I think, for you to just kind of hold the ball and dribble for 33 seconds. So I think maybe it's just a timeout to maybe calm the nerves a little bit. Just give your players maybe a quick little rest to give them that little big push until you go to the fourth. But who knows? Maybe it was a useful. I think it was a useful timeout. We'll see how Philly comes out.
Yeah, 12-point lead here for All-American. Although it's a good-sized lead, it's definitely not enough in this league. We've seen much bigger leads be blown. Malcolm bringing the ball up. tight defense against Malcolm from Danny Rumph. Driving in, putting it up, but missing a lot, getting off the backboard. Pass into Myers, and he gets the layup to go. 10-point game here.
So now this is when Philly will hold for one shot.
Yeah, they don't really have any other options. Whitaker passing to the corner. 3 is up, no good. So the lead has been cut down to 10. Philly All-Americans, the 10 seed, stay in the lead against the 1 seed Danny Rumph, 50-40, as we head into the fourth quarter. Here for the Brotherly Love Pro-Am, the semifinals here on SFBN, presented by Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Back here for the fourth quarter, Jake Gable, Greg Starks on the call. 50-40 entering this fourth and final quarter. 10 seed Philly All-Americans, last year's champion, leading the 1 seed Danny Rumph. Stuck in traffic is Smith, he gives it off. Danny Rumph drives, shot up, short, rebounded by All-American. Getting it to Whitaker and getting past that press.
Stand back open again for 3.
That's the man you cannot leave open. Stand back has been killing it from beyond the arc.
Jake, if the coach could hear you, he would say you literally took the words out of his mouth. He just screamed, you can't allow that, because constantly stand back always finds himself open by 3.
And then the layup and the contact makes it a 3-point opportunity here for Philly All-American. Quick 5 points here to start the fourth quarter.
And Jake, every single quarter for the opening of the first, opening of the second, opening of the third, and now opening of the fourth, Philly blitzes Danny Rumph, and Danny Rumph comes out sleepwalking.
Look at the strip, too, that led to the nice layup there as converting the and one opportunity. 16-point game. All of a sudden, at the end of the third quarter, it seemed like Danny Rumph was finally climbing back into this game, but now All-American with the large lead again.
Yeah, every time Rumph hits.
But that might help Danny Rumph's case. And one there from Jared Drungale.
The story of this game has been Rumph hits back with the 2-piece combo, and the All-American responds with the 4-piece combo. That's how this game has gone on.
So Rumph doing their job on the offensive side. They're going to need to back their work up with their defensive prowess now, as we have a little bit of a miscommunication. Here's some teammates talking on Daniel Rumph's side, trying to make sure they have everyone accounted for. It looked like James Standback all the way in the left corner. When the camera turns, you'll see he was trying to hide back there, and they sent a man to go guard him.
Yeah, but Standback, every possession always finds himself open from 3. They always lose track of him.
Whitaker passing to that same corner, not Standback, missing there, but almost a putback there from Hall.
Nice reset by Whitaker there. But Rumph, they have to guard these corners. They can't leave these shooters open. They're playing with fire doing that.
Whitaker with the tight handles, takes the pull up, short on that high arcing shot, and there's a loose ball foul there from Philly All-Americans, so that'll be Danny Rumph ball. 7 minutes remaining in this fourth quarter. Remember, Elam ending is in effect, so first stoppage after 4 minutes in the fourth quarter. Take the leading scorer and add 8 to it, and that will be the target score that ends the game. Drungale with it, guarded by Hall. Driving left, puts up the shot, but is rejected. Manigo on cleanup duty, gets it to go. Trouble passing it in, get it into Whitaker, who is hounded by 2 defenders. Somehow gets it over to Hall.
I like the pressure, though, by Rumph, but again, Standback finds himself wide open from 3 again.
That's the risk you run by sending that pressure all the way on the other side of the court.
But credit to All-American and Stanley Whitaker. He didn't get rattled, stayed composed, and just found the open man.
They're sticking with that press defense, it looks like. Well, at least showing it and then dropping back to it. Smith bringing the pressure on Malcolm. 12-point lead for All-American. Pass over to Standback, who has really been cooking in this quarter, and right on cue, another 3.
Standback with the step back there. He's been on fire, and it's still by Whitaker.
Whitaker with the stare down after stealing the ball. Pass over to Standback, sidestep 3, no good. Ooh, you would have seen flames coming off of the top of the head of Standback if he made that one.
Yeah, Standback, this game for him has been a shooter's galore. You're leaving me from the corner, wide open for 3, constantly. The corner 3, where he's the shortest distance to the hoop. I mean, he's having. I know he's upset. He's checking out because he's been feasting here tonight.
Yeah, could you think of any reason why? Maybe saving him for the Elam ending?
That could be the case. But again, Philly is so well balanced. They have shooters everywhere.
Pass over to Smith with the 3, no good from up top. Hall with the rebound.
Because you notice on Philly's offense, when they do run Standback off the perimeter, they have someone else just rotate into his spot. And then he finds himself open for an open 3.
And then a timeout here for All-American. 62-47. It's looking grim for Danny Rumph's chances here, as we're just 48 seconds away from the target score being set. And remember, All-American is doing this without Paul Reed. In game 1 of the playoffs for All-American, round 1, they didn't have Paul Reed, but they won that game against Blue Magic. Then they add Paul Reed to the roster for Tuesday's game, end up with another upset, and then they don't have Paul Reed today, and they still win without him. I think you just have to chalk it up as All-American being a great team.
Well, they didn't win just yet. We still have the Elam ending to get through. And who knows? You saw how it ended for Red Rose. They almost blew it.
Pass in. Shot from Malcolm, no good, short. Davis, pass over to the corner. Driving, falling and slipping. No call from the referee.
Well, I don't think there was a foul. I think he just slipped. He said he needed to clean up that sweat on the other end of the court. And luckily he's okay, because that could mess up your ankle and your knees there.
Yeah, that was an awkward landing. He did get up and seems to be doing fine. But, yeah, definitely a wet spot on that court. Every single person is just going over to it and just stepping on it, trying to get it away.
Well, with this break, Jake, let's talk about Tropical Smoothie Cafe. How they have amazing smoothies, and I think everyone should just check it out. The sponsor of tonight's semifinal games.
So with the wet spot cleaned up, most likely not from a smoothie, probably just sweat, they will inbound the ball. All-American with the up 15. Malcolm with it, going up against Davis. Malcolm getting the screen from Hall. Driving middle, ends up stuck, kicks out to Whitaker. Pump fake, back to Malcolm, who puts up the floater off glass and in.
And you just see the movement of Philly and how much is causing this defensive Danny Rumph problems.
Whitaker on defense against Smith. Now Hall on him. Smith to the corner to Myers. Pass out, Davis. And Davis starting to lose his footing. Gets pushed out of bounds by Whitaker. Whitaker surprised by the call. But with it 64-47, the Elam ending has been set. So 72 is our target score. All-American obviously with a huge advantage towards that number.
Yeah, Danny Rumph just has not been hitting their shots from the outside. Most of their work has come from the paint today.
Pass inside. What a pass from Whitaker, but what a rejection there by Myers. Davis going all the way, can't convert. Manigo can, however.
And now you see the full court pressure from Rumph again.
So 15-point difference. All-American needs 8 to win. Malcolm up top. Hall coming for him, setting the screen. Malcolm uses it, kicks out for 3, no good.
Too strong from 3.
Manigo left wide open, can't convert but gets fouled, so he'll go to the line.
I like the hustle, but just picks up the foul there.
We'll take a replay of that. Miss there from All-American. Outlet pass up from Myers. Manigo fouled. Shot up and in, so 50 for Danny Rumph.
And Jake, not only does Tropical Smoothie Cafe have smoothies, but they have wraps and sandwiches too. So if you're in the mood for a smoothie and a drink, that's the place to go.
Thank you, Greg. I needed to know that. Manigo hits the second. Greg, how much are you getting paid? Be real with me.
Jake, none of us are, but it's experience.
Pass over to Whitaker. He drives, kicks out to Hall for 3.
He knocks it down.
All-American 67. Their first point since the target score has been set. They're 5 away from heading to the finals.
Yeah, they can smell the finals is within their reach now.
Couple of layups, no good. Nothing going for Danny Rumph. And here comes Standback back in the game. Can't hit the 3. Whitaker comes up with it. Puts up the floater with the fake. Somehow, the shortest guy on the court ended up with the offensive rebound and the putback. So All-American can win this game with a 3. Wild shot there from Davis. It looks like Danny Rumph might have conceded. 3 from Malcolm. And he sends them to the finals. Philly All-American is returning to the finals here at the Brotherly Love Pro-Am. Their 3rd straight upset of the playoffs. They take out the #1 seed, Danny Rumph, and they'll be taking on the #4 seed, Red Rose Thunder, in the championship game tomorrow night. Let's take a look at that game ender.
Yeah, never count out the defending champs. Went 0-5 the regular season, but stormed back in the playoffs. I don't think they really had a close game, really. They've been in control every single game in the playoffs, really showing that they are so well-rounded.
So we'll send it on over to our sideline reporter, Dominique Vincent, who is with the head coach of Philly All-American.
Hello, everyone. I'm here with Coach Stan. Your team was the 10th seed in the Pro-Am overall. What's it like to be going into the championship game?
Well, I mean, it's phenomenal. I mean, we're truly blessed to come back from starting 0-5 and then winning 3 straight games against 3 tough opponents. But that's what happens, man. You can't win a championship in the regular season. You got to get in the playoffs and do your thing.
What weaknesses did you see in the way that your team played on the court tonight that you need to fix in order to beat Red Rose Thunder tomorrow?
I think we gave up too many straight line drives to the basket, but we did a little better job in the second half shutting it down. And then our shooters got hot, and we put it together and got the win.
Thanks so much. Back to you.
Thank you, Dominique. And Coach still critical of his team despite the 19-point win from his squad, but Philly All-American punches their ticket to the championship game.
Yeah, we're in store for an exciting finals matchup. Both teams are very evenly matched, very well balanced. Amazing guard play, amazing bigs. It's going to be a fantastic matchup, and I can't wait to see this final matchup tomorrow night.
Well, that will do it here for us here at the Brotherly Love Pro-Am. Philly All-American winning 72-51 for our sideline reporter Dominique Vincent. Greg Starks, I'm Jake Gable, and the whole SFBN crew, and our producer Sean Riley. This has been the Brotherly Love Pro-Am on SFBN, presented by Tropical Smoothie Cafe.